make a few of them today. And I got some stuff today that's gonna blow people's minds away. It's gonna help out a lot of folks. But this video right here, I gotta finish putting some more stuff that I own. Now the next couple videos y'all be really interested in. I'm telling about y'all gonna be really interested in. But for right now, let me finish off on what's mine. Now, all right, I got it's a certain car lot over there by the airport. That's mine. I bought it. And another thing, all these businesses that I've been talking about, I didn't lose them like for not paying on it or whatever. Like say, reminds you, the people just took it. They just took them all. Everything was running smooth. Now, it was I don't remember the name of the car lot, but it's over there by the airport here in Jonesboro. That was mine. Oh yeah, well, it used to be the Holiday Inn. They unchanged it to some other stuff, but the Holiday Inn, that was mine. And there's a story behind that too. I'll probably finish that off on when I do one of the other videos. Oh, okay. J.C. Penney over there by Turtle Creek, where the Turtle Creek Mall used to be. That was mine. What else we got here? Now I got some stuff from Detroit. I had a couple Burger Kings. I used to had to battle it out with a guy named LeVan Hawkins back in the day. And he was an alien too. Hell, he wasn't no real person. What else we got here? Had a couple barbershops in Detroit. Oh yeah, something else I own here is Earl Bell, where they go the community center to play ball and all that. I had bought that. Okay, what else we got here? Gibson Pharmacy. I bought that. There's a little history behind that, but I'll leave that out. Like I said, if anything, I help Gibson. That's a good company. If anything, I help it expand and make it bigger. But I did own it at one point before they took it. Let me see what else we got here. And oh yeah, and a couple more business. Let me see. These some from in Detroit. In Detroit, I had look at those distractions. Uh, Toys R Us. There's a Toys R Us in Detroit on 8 Mile. Yeah, it was a Toys R Us on 8 Mile in Detroit. My grandfather had bought it for me as I was a child. The story goes, I went in there because that was my favorite store. They had all the toys and games. Of course, any kid that loved Toys R Us. And my grandfather took me in there and bought me anything I wanted. I bought me a lot of shit. And then within the next week, because I stayed with Suge, and my grandparents would come and get me like once a week or something like that. And when they come, they always spoil me. That was another reason Suge and the rest of the family didn't like me because I was being spoiled. My grandfather, well, let me stick with this Toys R Us. Yeah, he one week we went in and bought me a bunch of stuff. Then the next week we went, and he was like, "You can have whatever you want, cause this your store." And I was like, "Shit, like 8 or some shit." And the reason I lost that because it was a guy who was a hater, a white guy, and me and my friends. Well, I thought they was my friends. We was you know how they used to have to play the video games, test them out, and all that. We was doing that, but we had chairs. I ordered pizza from Domino's and everything. We just sitting in the middle, in the aisle, just chilling. And the one guy who presented himself as a white guy with his children was like, "What are they doing? They don't supposed to be doing that." And they was telling him like he can do that. He owns this store. He like, "What?" He was shocked. Man, he called the police and everything. Police came and told him like, "Yeah, there's nothing we can do. This is his store." So that guy, he told all the white people that don't go to that store because a little black guy owns it and all that, and started losing a lot of business. And plus, it wasn't just on him. I would take like we would have field trips when I was in elementary, and after going to wherever we went, I would tell them to go to Toys R Us because everything was on me, and I thought those was my friends. But when we wasn't going to Toys R Us, shit, they used to bully me, beat the shit out of me, and everything. So, but anyway, I ended up losing Toys R Us to the dude, which he became the owner. Whole time he was a fucking alien. And anyway, down the line he ended up losing because he owned a bunch of Toys R Us's. And like I say, Karma came back, he lost all that shit. It was a Funko Land on 8 Mile that sold video games. I liked it so much, I bought it. I bought it with my money that my grandparents gave me. It was a Foot Locker in a mall called Eastland. That belonged to me. I bought it, and the thing about it is I didn't care for it because I was told I couldn't wear good shoes and shit. As crazy as it sounds, like Suge wouldn't let me, my aunt wouldn't let me wear the good shit. I had to wear cheap shit. She didn't want nobody to know I had money and some bullshit. Anyway, it was a place called Rainers in Detroit, a clothing store, like a sort of knockoff or whatever, but that was mine. It's a speaker place over there by the Holiday Inn in Jonesboro. I had bought that. It was a Mark's Coney Island on Van Dyke in Detroit. I had ended up buying that. And UBQ Bowling Alley in Detroit, Michigan. I ended up buying that from the owner, which he was a damn alien. Me and him used to have to battle it out. But anyway, it was mine. And another one, Tony's Car Wash in Detroit. And across the street from it was a bakery. That was like the first business I owned, the bakery. I forgot the name of it. But I had both of them. All right. So, oh yeah, I had a beauty supply in Detroit on Van Dyke. The sandwich shop on Van Dyke was mine. Those were some good people. Special Way Corner Store. If people remember in Detroit, it was owned by Arabics, but an Arabic dude named Sam. I bought that. Chuck E. Cheese in Jonesboro. I had paid for that. That was mine. That's what Joanne wanted. So-called sisters. That's what she's working for. That's why she been there so long. She's mad. I did that shit on purpose. I purchased that. It was a place called 7 Days in Detroit, a clothing store, like a little flea market, swap meet. That was mine. And last but not least, it was a couple of gas stations. It was the one across the street from Food Town in Detroit, over in Van Dyke and Harper, whatever that was. It's been so long since I've been there. But last but not least, I just want to tell you how good my grandparents was. I was like, I'm gonna say 5 or 6 or some shit, and like I said, my grandparents would come, they would spoil me, and my granddad, he used to buy me cars. His favorite car was like the Plymouth, and shit, I had like 3 of them. I gave one to my so-called brother Maurice. He dogged it out, and mine sure wouldn't let me drive. So you too young, and I just let it sit. But she ended up letting him get the keys, and the homeboys that stayed, in the neighborhood, and they just fucked up all my cars. Then my grandfather got word about it. He was hot about it, so he just bought me some cars kept them over their house. So that's where a lot of hate and envious shit come from. Let me see what else we got here. Oh yeah, houses. Like I'll be riding with them. And ooh, that's a nice, pretty house. And grandfather, oh, you like that? Shit, the next time we ride past, shit, he bought that motherfucker. That's yours. That's yours. And he'll give me the D's or whatever, all that. I take it to Suge. She'll sell his shit or do some illegal shit in it. Just like I said, she fucked up everything. And my grandparents, like I said, they was trying to, fight for custody for me. But Suge was so plugged up with the system in Detroit, the police and all that, and shit, they wouldn't let my grandparents get me, have full custody. So and down the line, Suge ended up killing both of my grandparents. I witnessed it. Ain't no rumors. I witnessed it. And the thing was, they told her, my grandparents, like I said, they used to send me on trips. Like I used to go horseback riding. They had wealthy friends, white people, Arabic friends, Mexican. They knew a lot of people, but they looked like average folks. They didn't splurge nothing. You can tell they had a dime. Oh yeah, and my grandparents, they owned, my great grandfather owned a farm, and I used to stay with him. He the one, when majority of the wealth, like my inheritance, come from. It came from him. And like I said, he had a farm, and he left that for me. And like I said, they even probably took it and did some shit to it, whatever. But anyway, I said it once before in one of the stories. Once my grandparents had passed, they had told one of their friends, he was like a Hispanic dude or something, and he owned a helicopter, and he used to take us places. And anyway, they told him if anything was to happen to him, that to take me from Suge and move me somewhere safe. And just so happened, I was noticing down the line after my grandparents had passed, it was a car always following me. Then the whole time it was the dude, and he told me like, "Come on, let's go." And I was happy. I trusted him. And like I said, we got in the helicopter and everything. After of course, after he took me to his house or whatever in the car. Anyway, we got up in there, and tell me why Suge knew, and she got in the helicopter. Cause like I said, Suge got a lot of hidden money that nobody don't know about, but I do. And she got in the helicopter her damn self, cause she knew I was trying to escape, and he was gonna get me to safety. And shit, it was like some Die Hard, the movie type shit. Motherfuckers shooting at the helicopter, and hell, he got to shooting back. And at the nice little battle, they helicopter whatever blew up, and they jumped out whatever, parachute. Um, I thought everything was good in the clear, but the whole time, dude been shot, and he wasn't gonna make it. And remind you, at the time I had my abilities, I could really just fly. I didn't need the helicopter. And shit, he knew he wasn't gonna make it, and he ended up dying. The helicopter exploded and all that, and I jumped out, of course, and flew away with my powers. But anyway, that was just something I wanted to just throw in before when I start doing these next couple of videos today. I know people don't want to hear about what all I got. I don't give a fuck. That's my shit. I want it back. But I'm about to bring y'all some good shit. So give me a few minutes or maybe a couple of hours, and make sure I'm checking this paper, make sure I got everything good. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah. But when I'm telling you the shit I'm about to say, this next round, oh yeah, it's gonna have this shit. I need this for the FBI, like for all this shit. But this shit right here is gonna help y'all on some cases, on some real big deal shit that y'all think y'all solved. Y'all didn't solve shit. Them people free. And I'm gonna get to y'all in a little bit. But I had to put that out. I'm gone. So y'all keep y'all phone, cause I'm about to put some motherfuckers out there. All right, I'm out. Shit.